Yeah, do that. Do that.
This is so stupid.
I know. Have you seen thumbnails? Hello, my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris, the Batman statue collector, and look who has joined me once again. It's been a minute, but Mrs. BSC has graciously agreed to come on the show today because we recently listened to an awesome podcast, and we wanted to kind of review it for you guys. And to give you kind of a backstory, so we go on a lot of road trips, and we're, driving in the car, and my wife, tell them a little bit about what kind of podcast you like to listen to.
I like true crime podcasts. I can't say that.
Yeah.
True crime podcasts.
Right.
And so I'm usually the one who picks the podcasts. I find them. I like ones that are really long podcasts. They're going to last our entire trip, but split into little episodes. And so I usually dig up true crime podcasts for us to listen to. But we've listened to a lot. And so they've been harder and harder to find that meet my requirements. They also have to be not so bad that the kids can't hear some of it, so the language has to be appropriate a little. So it's kind of limited our field because we've listened to so many.
But they've all been really great, and she's definitely got me interested in podcasts where I never used to listen to them at all. And again, I like those true crime ones. We also have done some like autobiographies and things like that as well. But we were getting ready to go on our most recent road trip, and she said, "Hey, have you seen this Batman one?" And I'm like, "Whoa, there's a Batman podcast?" And I was kind of like confused as to what it would be, but it's actually kind of like an old radio melodrama, really, is kind of what it is, where they have actors playing the different characters. And this one that we're talking about is called Batman Unburied. And some of you may have heard about it, but the reason why I wanted to do this review today and us to kind of talk about it is because maybe some of you had never heard about it, and it was really good.
It was really good. And he's right, it does sound like a radio melodrama. Like you can imagine people in the studio taking turns reading a script like they might have done in old days, but it was super entertaining. The thing about these podcasts and road trips is they make our road trips go so much faster, so much more tolerable. Your brain is engaged and interested. It means I'm less tired.
And we've heard each other's stories for a long time, so it's like, that also gives us something to do and talk about as well. But so I kind of want to do this in terms of like no spoilers here at the beginning, but maybe a few spoilers at the end. So
okay.
we'll kind of preface that. But basically, it starts out where Batman, or basically Bruce Wayne, is Dr. Bruce Wayne, and Dr. Bruce Wayne is a doctor, and he has his parents are alive, and basically he's kind of like a morgue examiner, basically, right?
Yep.
And so that right off the bat, it's like very confusing. Like, what kind of weird world do we live in?
It was almost enough where we're like, do we actually want to listen to this? Like, this is way off of what we thought it was going to be. It's kind of like if you watched WandaVision, those first couple episodes of WandaVision where you're like, I'm not sure this is going where I want it to.
Yeah. And then it would kind of cut to like real life, our more traditional Bruce Wayne stories, but Bruce is gone. They don't know where he's at, but there is Barbara Gordon, and she works for the police department, and so there was some familiar elements there.
Definitely.
That it would kind of cut back and forth, and so you didn't really know like what was going on. In the kind of the more reality-based one, there's this murderer that's basically harvesting body parts. And so there's this investigation that goes on, and they're calling him the Harvester, which obviously is a great Batman villain name. And I don't even know if that is a villain in terms of the comics or not. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But so there's just all of this going on. At the same time, Bruce, as Dr. Bruce Wayne, is going through his own issues. It's the thing I really liked about it was the fact that it felt very
he was investigating the Harvester as the doctor doing the autopsies.
Right. And but it felt very detective oriented. Like he was taking notes, he was recording his notes. And I found out later that this whole episode was done by David Goyer, who was one of the producers on the Dark Knight franchise, which is actually really, really cool. I think maybe he even might have had something to do with the Batman movie itself. And this felt kind of like the Batman. It felt like more of a detective story going forward. But it introduced a lot of different characters as well. We got introduced to the Riddler in terms of Edward Nashton is what I believe they called him in this particular, right? I don't think it was Enigma.
Yeah, they said Enigma.
Did they?
They used both.
Okay, I thought they maybe did. So we start getting introduced to characters. Of course, they go into Arkham. There's
We met lots of bad guys that I didn't know in Arkham. He knew him, but I was like, I've never heard of that bad guy.
yeah, the Calendar Man, and
King Tut.
King Tut. They had the Mad Hatter, references to Jervis Tech, and so that was really neat as it went on. And I don't know, was there about 10 episodes total, 9 or 10 episodes?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And they're all about 40 minutes long or so. Hosted by Tostitos. or Cheetos. Yeah, Cheetos, sorry. It was commercial throughout the whole thing. It's pretty funny.
It was very sponsored.
So, yeah, very, very sponsored. So, you have to have some ads, of course. But, again, as it went on, the voice actors I thought were really good. The guy that plays in Harry Potter, he was Alfred in this. He plays...
Jason Isaacs.
Yeah,
he
Jason
plays
Isaacs.
Lucius Malfoy.
Right, in the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
But he played Alfred's voice, I believe, in this. So there were some known actors. One of the actors from Black Panther, actually he played Batman, which I thought was cool. He did some really great things with his voice, I thought.
You could really hear the difference between his Batman voice and his Bruce voice. I like that.
Had kind of this growl in it. It was very, very good. But so again, we highly recommend this if you check it out. And where do we watch this or listen to it on?
We listened on Spotify. That's what I use, but it's available on, I think, lots of different Apple Podcasts or any of the other Google Podcasts, any of those other locations. I'm sure you can get it.
So going forward, I want to do a little bit of spoilers. So if you haven't heard it yet, you might want to skip this part, but it's not going to be too heavily spoils. But one thing I really liked is at one point, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but we get into some tapes of Dr. Hugo Strange, and I loved that part. Mm-hmm. Was it the H? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, yeah. So anyway, I loved that part because there were all of these recordings of sessions that he had with different patients.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. That felt very detective to me, those detective elements. Kind of like if you play the Arkham Knight games, you can listen to those case files. It felt very much like that. And I love that they included it. It was very, very cool. They had the bat sound effects throughout, which is cool.
I think the sound effects were one of my favorite parts. There was so much that they don't talk through, but you hear it and you understand what's happening just from the noises. And that felt, again, very radio show, that's what you hear. You don't necessarily, it's not like somebody's not narrating going, oh, Batman just punched somebody and somebody did this. There's no narrator. It's just, you hear the sounds and you
the cape,
oh yeah, the cape. I love the idea of him with the cape around.
So that was really neat. But I think the thing that stood out to me the most was those case file recordings. I just thought that was so well done, and it's a big chunk of episode or two where it kind of goes in and out of those. Is there anything in particular that you really liked?
I really liked Barbara Gordon's character. I don't ever get a lot of her.
And she's not Batgirl. She's not Batgirl in this.
For sure. She's
Barbara Gordon. She's
right, but what was she when she helps
Lieutenant or
No, when she's the voice on the computer.
Oracle.
More of an Oracle character. I mean, she's actually a police officer, but I really like the Barbara Gordon character because I don't know her very well. She's not in the movies, and I'm not a comic book person, but I really liked her character. I thought she was fun, and I could. In the game, she's been Oracle before, right?
Oh yeah.
And so in the games, I've heard her as Oracle, and a lot of times when they're talking on their earpieces, it kind of felt like she was very Oracle-like.
Yeah.
So I liked that a lot. I liked the Barbara Gordon character a lot because I thought she rescued Batman.
Yeah, she did a great job, which is awesome. And it kind of, speaking of Batgirl, it kind of alludes to the fact that there will be another season. There'll be maybe a season 2. And I've read some reports that might happen, so that's really exciting too. That maybe we'll get another.
I didn't know that.
Whole episode, full of adventure. So
another season, yeah.
Another season. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of bring this to you guys and kind of talk about it for a second because again, I just thought it was really good. We both, as soon as it was over, we're like, wow, that was really good. And I thought maybe again, some of you might not have heard that it's actually out there. So again, it is Batman Unburied. It's on Spotify and maybe some other places. You probably can Google it and find it pretty easily. But we really enjoyed it. We highly recommend it.
Definitely. If you're bored, you got a road trip planned for the remaining weeks of summer, you should definitely check it out.
Yep. Or even if you're just bored in your basement, you should listen to it because it's awesome. Trust me, guys.
Yeah,
You're really
if you
gonna
want
like
to put it
it.
in your headphones and go clean something.
Yeah,
that's
go
what I
work
do.
out or whatever. That's right. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did and want to see more Mrs. BSC on the channel, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm trying to get her on the channel all the time, but I do thank her so very much. Thank you for taking time to
You're
do it with
welcome.
me. That's awesome. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you are new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, click the notification bell. Make sure you choose all. And if you want to take it one step further, hit the join button down below for early access to our videos and other boxes and perks and things like that. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.